Um,
1 second.
yeah.
Sorry.
20th year celebration. Tonight is our anniversary, and we're so excited to be with you all today. My name is Adrian, and I'll be one of your MCs tonight.
And my name is Maggie. Welcome, everyone.
We have an action-packed evening for you all tonight. We have stories, we have participatory activities, we have many, many surprises. So we hope you'll stick with us for the entire night. We're so excited for everyone to come together.
That is right. Welcome, everyone. Once again, we are here at Princess and Bear. Thank you so much for having us here today. And before we move on, we would like to invite a special guest, Sherry, who is here with us today to give a couple words. Let's give it up for Sherry.
So tonight we're at Princess and the Bear. And Sherry, tell us about it.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. We're so pleased to have you, and we're so pleased to be a part of this neighborhood. This is a new venture for us. We've been here just since April, and this area really represents the spirit, independent spirit and the fabric that mirrors so many of the winemakers that we represent. All of the wines that we carry are from the Languedoc region of France, which is the southeast region on the Mediterranean coast. And our owners, Carol and Steve, our Princess and Bear, we like to kind of joke that they failed at retirement. They traipse off to vineyards and beautiful places to chase sunsets and stroll through vineyards, but they fell in love with these incredible wines and felt it would just be cruel and unkind to not send them back here to the Seattle area. So we're having a really great time representing them, and some things that we really love about the innovation of the Languedoc includes that nearly 70% of our winemakers, producers, are female and are making organic, really beautiful wines. So that's thrilling. We love that. We're also so pleased to be with you all tonight and wanted to let you know that if you mention the Duwamish River Coalition, we're offering 10% off all of our wines, both here in the tasting room and online.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're so pleased to have you here. So generally speaking, we're open Thursday through Sunday. We're here 12 to 6 p.m. We look so forward to getting to know all of our neighbors in the area and serving you. We do all sorts of fun events. Check out our website, sign up for our newsletter, become a part of our club, and we would love to just get to know you better. Thanks for having us here
Thank
tonight.
you so much for having us for our 20th anniversary celebration.
What a treat that is,
What a
Adrian. So for everyone that's watching us, everybody that has joined us this evening, don't forget Princess and the Bear here in South Park. Don't miss out. All right. So I think coming up, we have
a couple videos
We
to
have
share.
a couple videos. Wow. How exciting. So as people get settled in the Zoom, in our audience, make sure you grab some wine. Make sure you have a treat next to you because we are here for a treat tonight.
Sit back and relax.
Hello, DRCC friends.
The Seattle Kraken and One Roof Foundation are honored to partner with you and excited about all the opportunities that lie ahead.
Thank you for the difference you're making in our community. You inspire us every day.
Happy 20th anniversary!
Happy 20th anniversary!
DRCC! Happy 20th anniversary, DRCC!
فرحان لبعتن سنة DRCC وكتشعناي.
Woohoo!
Wow, that's
Happy
amazing.
20th anniversary. I can't even believe it still,
I'm
Adrian.
just so inspired by our community, Maggie. It's truly incredible the past 20 years. So to get us warmed up, Maggie, I have a first surprise for you.
Oh, what
Are you
could
ready
that
for a
be?
game of trivia?
Ooh.
And we're really hoping our audience will also participate.
Of course. How can people participate?
Well, you have that chat function. Feel free to write down your guesses in the chat, and we'll go ahead and get started. There's 3 rounds. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. Let's go for it.
All right, round 1. So, our first question. What flowerless plant did the Duwamish Valley Youth Corps use to study air quality?
Ooh, that's a tricky one.
I know, think hard.
Good thing we don't have any youth here. They would have been shouting out the answer.
All right, viewers, please put your guesses in the chat.
Tun, 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 tun.
And the answer is moss.
Moss.
Moss is what they call a bioindicator. We can use it just like we use an air monitor. Isn't that great?
That's great. So what was the moss used for, Adrian?
The moss was used to identify what pollutants are in the air around the community. This was a youth-led community participatory study. So amazing. To learn more, you can visit our website and check out our fact sheet about it.
Or let us know if you knew this in the chat. If you didn't, also let us know. New information is always great to learn.
Okay, second round. Are you ready? This one's a little bit trickier and has to do with our Duwamish River, specifically the Superfund.
Ooh.
I know. All right, Maggie, can you name 3 early action areas on the river?
Wow, Adrian, you're really putting me on the spot here tonight. All right, I have some guesses, but for all you that are watching, put them on the chat still. I want to know what you think and what you know.
And I'll give you a clue. So an early action area is a site along the river identified in 2003 based on the risks to people and wildlife. These were deemed as a priority to clean up first.
Something maybe I didn't know.
All right,
but
participants.
I'm ready.
Get your answers in the chat. Maggie, do you have any ideas?
Can I take some guesses?
Please do.
There's a big industry here, and it's Boeing. Is that part of it?
Oh my gosh, yes, Boeing Plant 2. That's definitely one.
I knew it.
Do you have another?
I do. There's been a lot of talking about Jorgensen Forge.
Jorgensen Forge, that's right. Absolutely. And what's your third idea?
One really important one that I always think about, the Duwamish People's Park.
People's Park, that's right, Maggie. And I remember you being a part of that effort back in the day.
Ooh, yeah, a couple years back, but long story for another time.
All right, well, let's bring it home. Round 3. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, and you might have read this one. Can you tell us how many pages are in the book, The River That Made Seattle, written by B.J. Cummings?
Are you talking about this one
Oh
right
my gosh,
here?
that one just right there.
I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. A really amazing book. Maybe I could cheat, but
No, Maggie.
any guesses? Let's put that in the chat really quick.
I know you read all the pages.
Every single one of them.
There are, can I get a drum roll? 222 pages, including the index.
Wow. So many pages that our author B.J. Cummings wrote. What a surprise.
Thank you all so much for playing. We truly appreciate it. And we're done with our trivia. Thank you so much to our participants. Y'all nailed it.
Awesome job. All right, as we finish up that trivia that really got us warmed up,
That's right.
we have a special guest here with us tonight who is a member of the Duwamish tribe and a former member of the DRCC board. So with us upcoming is Ken Workman. Let's give it up for Ken.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's good to be back. 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 This is how you say my name in our traditional 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 language, the language of the Duwamish. And it simply means workman is my name, workman of the Duwamish. And that just means great grandson of Chief Seattle. And so, yes, I'm a former member of the Duwamish River when it was called Cleanup Coalition, and past member of the Duwamish Tribal Services. I was president of that. That's the nonprofit arm of the Duwamish tribe. Former council member, and I'm retired Boeing Flight Ops Engineering. So just across the street from South Park right there is Boeing's Plant 2, and I'm very familiar with that, as well as the work that Duwamish River DRCC is doing. And so I just wanted to say thank you for the invitation to speak before you here today, and to say thank you in as many ways as I can. And so the very first way we say thank you is in our local language. And so if you hear me say something like Kwadi, this means thanks. So when I say 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 DRCC 𝐘𝐞𝐵𝐬𝐻, this is native for thank you DRCC for your big work. On the Duwamish River and the adjacent communities like Renton, like the Black River, like Georgetown, like South Park. And so we recognize all the good work as Duwamish people that's being done here. And so in order to get the program moving, let me say, just as my grandfather did 170 years ago, actually 170 years and 5 days ago, when the Denny family landed here on Alki Beach, and that's where I'm coming to you from, just above Alki Beach, he said, which simply means, come ashore, my friends, come ashore. Bring your canoes ashore onto this land of the Duwamish. You are welcome here, my friends, onto this ancient land of the Duwamish. So now, today, we recognize as Duwamish people that the world is a much smaller place. And so what we say is, Gwigwi hidak bakte atatita bipsaliata squaiswa tufted, guida te lo padate duams. Now, if I can remember what I said, it was welcome everybody from around the world, squaiswa tufted is Mother Earth, from around the world onto this land of the Duwamish. And thank you, DRCC, for the work that you do. And thank you to the Youth Corps for the work that you do. We see you, we recognize you, and we appreciate you for the big work. The that the big work that the young people are doing here today. So thank you and welcome.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Ken. We appreciate you too. Your words are so powerful and we hold them so close to our hearts. We are so grateful for you and for all of your contributions. This river that we are on, the Duwamish, we honor greatly, and we so are thankful for you to be with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ken. And now, Adrian, guess what time it is?
What time is it, Maggie?
It is time for a little more celebration to keep going and to getting that vibe of, celebrating the 20th anniversary of DRCC. Today, we have a special treat for everyone that's watching. A lot of work was put into this beautiful video that was created by our DRCC team, and we are inviting you today to join us and watch this video. So let's see that video right now.
My name is Kelsey Valdez. I am a Duwamish Valley Youth Corps member, and today we have two special guests with us today. But we are going to hear from our fearless leaders who helped create our organization, BJ Cummins and James Rasmussen. BJ is the founding coordinator of DRCC, and James was the coordinator from 2011 to 2018. BJ, I'm going to start with you. Thank you for helping us create the organization. Please tell us, how was it when you started the movement and this organization in 2001?
First, I did not start the movement to clean up and restore the Duwamish River, but I did know many of the neighborhood advocates and environmental justice leaders who started working to really center and empower those communities who were most impacted by pollution in the river. And together, we created an organization to elevate those voices and really demand environmental and health justice. So in the beginning, there were literally barges and trucks abandoned in the river, and all of the industries up and down the river were violating their Clean Water Act permits. And really nobody knew it because there was an industrial wall between the river and the community and the public. So our first job was to make sure that folks knew that there was really a river in Seattle at all. So we started kayak and boat tours to introduce people to the river. And honestly, DRCC's work, the community's work to shine a bright spotlight on the river really helped to raise people's understanding of Seattle's dirty little secret, as I like to call it. And that has brought some very transformative change over time to the river and to our city.
Thank you so much for your words. James, you have been an amazing advocate for our river and for our community. Please share with us the most memorable moments on this journey.
I would think seeing the development of everything that we have had worked on, the community itself being strengthened by the work we've done with them, but also, more importantly, watching the wildlife come back in the river is probably the most important thing to me. When I first started over 40 years ago, well, about 40 years ago, you didn't see a lot of wildlife on the river. But I'm very proud today to say that we have more variety of wildlife in the Duwamish than any other place in the city of Seattle. And that's because of the work that's been done, not just by us, but by many partners. And I'm happy to see that.
Thank you. And can I tell you, you have been such a great role throughout this past years. BJ, we are so excited about your book, The River That Made Seattle. Please tell us more about what inspired you to write this book and what hopes you have for it.
Thank you for that. Well, it's really a continuation of the early work that I talked about, raising awareness about the importance of the Duwamish River to our city, right? Both historically and today and into the future. So now we really need to go deeper, and that's what I was trying to do with this book. One of the things that really most inspired me to write it was my own growing understanding of how the experiences of the people with really deep connections to the river, both indigenous and more recent immigrants, can inform our path forward from here. So really thinking about what does our past treatment of the Duwamish River and its people tell us about our city and tell us about ourselves, right? What lessons does that history provide for us to understand the path forward? How to revitalize, how to give reparations even. And really think about how best to support our river communities in a way that allows us to be stronger, healthier, a more vibrant, resilient, and equitable city. So I guess that's really what it was about for me. I think that the history of the river, the past mistakes we've made there, hold a lot of lessons for us. So I wanted to really fully dive in and tell that story, tell the story of Seattle through the lens of the Duwamish.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Hopefully our next future generation will be able to read your book. James, what has been the hardest part of these past 20 years in your job protecting the river?
I'm really sorry to say this, but it's right now. the challenges that we are facing with some of the rollbacks on the river. And it seems like our local EPA just isn't even listening to the community, is the biggest challenge that I've seen. Before, we've had challenges, but we've had ways of overcoming them, and we did. And right now, we are voicing our concerns, and we are making sure the community voice is heard, and it just seems like it's not being heard. And we all need to kind of just double down and try to make sure that that voice is heard. But right now, it is incredibly challenging. It's challenging to our staff. It's challenging to the community. It's challenging to the people who fish on the river, probably more so than anyone else. And I just want everyone to know that we have them in our hearts, and we are trying to do our best. And just today, we were trying to think of what are the new ways that we can do something and get their voices heard more than they are right now. We'll do everything it takes. And so that's a promise to the community, and also a promise to EPA. They better watch out, because we're, as long as they don't listen, then we're just going to yell louder.
Thank you, and thank you for helping us save our river and protecting our community. And now we have a special surprise for you all.
There's one more thing I'd like to share with you, and to do so, I'm going to introduce Dr. Tom Burbacker from the University of Washington Superfund Research Program and Dr. Kelly Edwards of the 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 Center.
On behalf of the University of Washington Superfund Research Program, I want to express deep gratitude for DRCC's work to protect community members from contamination. For many years, DRCC has helped us engage the people most impacted by pollution in the Duwamish Valley to make our work more meaningful. Tonight, we're awarding DRCC our first ever Environmental Health Champion Award in recognition of their successes in promoting environmental health and justice in South Seattle.
Our partnership with DRCC began many years ago. They have become one of our most valued community partners. We rely on them, and particularly Paulina, who serves on our advisory board, to help us make our science more relevant and useful. On behalf of the 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 Center, I present DRCC with a certificate of appreciation for their partnership with us and for all the good they are doing in the world.
James, I would like to present you with the University of Washington Superfund Research Center Award. And Paulina, I would like to present you with the 𝐓𝐡𝐚 Center Award. Thank you both so much for all of your amazing work.
Thank you. That was unexpected, but wonderful.
Wow, I am blown away. I feel so motivated to be among so many environmental justice champions here at Princess and the Bear. It is truly inspiring. And we know there are so many here and online with us, including Honorable Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal.
I'm so grateful to all of you. It has been truly inspiring to see how the initiatives that you've championed over the years have started the long but necessary road of restoring the Duwamish River and guaranteeing that the natural beauty of the Pacific Northwest is preserved for future generations. So keep up the great work, and please know that as you're fighting to keep this river clean, I'll be working in Congress to guarantee that our climate and our environment get the investments they deserve, so we protect our people. Thank you.
Wow, we are so lucky to have an environmental justice champion in Congress, amplifying community priorities and concerns at the national level. This is truly incredible. And you know what, Maggie, that reminds me. a little Duwamish River birdie told me that you also have a long history with the Duwamish and DRCC.
Don't we all have such a long history at DRCC in the community? We just love this community. But that is correct, Adrian. I actually started working in South Park at the age of 14.
Oh my gosh.
So no disclaimer of my age, but that's been around 10 years ago. So just a little of what we've been through here at DRCC. But yeah, it was through volunteer, through Youth Corp, and now I'm a staff.
Maggie, that's truly amazing. So when you think about the Duwamish Valley community, I mean, what comes to mind for you? What does that make you think of?
You know, this has been something I actually thought about. I actually sat down and I was like, what does the Duwamish Valley mean for me? And there's a lot of things that it might mean for many of you. But for me, it is the people, it is the environment, it is the wildlife, it is the people that surround me and make this space my home. So everything that's around, that includes, you know, transportation, that includes the schools, that includes the businesses, everything that surrounds the Duwamish Valley, it's my community. And I cannot talk about the environment without talking about businesses. I cannot talk about the health of people without talking about wildlife. So everything is intersected in my lens for us. So, you know, giving this little history about myself, I hope this is inspiring to y'all because we have something coming up for you to be a little more engaged.
Oh, does that mean another surprise is ahead of us?
Maybe.
Wow.
We are full of surprises
well,
tonight.
Before we do that, I would just also love to know what our audience thinks about the Duwamish Valley community. What's your connection? What does that mean to you? Please put your thoughts on our Menti. So at the top of the screen, you'll see directions to take yourself to menti.com. You'll enter a quick couple numbers, password, and then you'll have the ability to enter a couple words and describe what community means to you.
That is correct. So let's put that answer right there and we'll be taking a look and sharing with y'all some of that. But Adrian, in the meantime,
sure.
I guess the question now goes to you. What does community mean to you?
Oh, what does it not mean? Like everything. So I think about abundance. Oh my gosh, I also think about connection and care. You know, these days I think compassion, empathy are so important. And oh, yes.
It looks like some of the folks are thinking the same way.
I'm feeling it, right?
All the love. There's some love, activism. What else do we see there?
Support and family.
Yes, of course. Those are all great connections. Okay, a lot of love, a lot of family. Wow. Really, truly inspiring, Adrian. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, every day I'm reminded that we're just powerful beyond measure. Absolutely.
That is correct, yes. And DRCC would not be the organization it is today if it wasn't for the community that we're surrounded by. So thank you to everyone that's here today, and thank you to everyone that has supported us.
Wonderful.
All right. So much inspiration, so many things going on. And now we are ready to get more inspired, but someone that has been a role model for me, someone that has been an advocate for many of the environmental justice organization and work being done here in the Duwamish Valley. And with us today, I present our Executive Director of DRCC, Paulina Lopez. So let's pass on the mic to Paulina Lopez.
Woo, where's your cheering, everyone? Oh, wonderful words, Maggie and Adrian. Let's give it out for our MCs. They're doing an amazing work, and I'm really thankful for you guys. Thank you. And most importantly, I want to thank you all for being with us tonight. It's an amazing day. We are celebrating our 20 years of this organization, which means 20 years of advocacy in our community for our river. So tonight, we're here, as you know, from the Princess and the Bear in South Park, that we are live, and I wish that we will be together celebrating these amazing accomplishments what we have had through the years. It has all not been happiness through the years, a lot of tears, a lot of different fights, but we're here and we're proud of the work that the Duwamish River Cleanup Coalition has accomplished. I really get inspired every day by James, but BJ, you saw there. But most importantly, I get very inspired by the people that I work with, who mostly are from the Duwamish Valley community. All this mostly female-driven organization now. Carmen Martinez, who is here with us tonight, Dana Wu, who works with us now, Adrian Hampton, Maggie, who is here with us, as well as having our Jorge with our organization, Ruby, who represents the youth. So we are really surrounded by wonderful people, and I don't want to stop by saying how grateful I am by not thanking our board. We have a brand new board of directors, and for the ones who've been here for a while in the journey, I want to thank you as well for all your contributions. But let's hear a little bit more of what we are here for today. It's 20 years, guys. It's been a lot of work and a lot of, when we created the organization, when we started, and you heard from BJ, you heard from James, it was all about our river. This is 2001 when the river was declared a Superfund site. Yes, we are in 2021 and we are still struggling with the same, but things are much better than before. And that is because the work that we've been doing, but also because of the organization working along with community, alongside. So as an organization, we went beyond, not just seeing the Superfund and the cleanup of the river, but now we have to also respond to all those other community priorities. And we have grown our programs, and now we have Superfund, but also we are working towards climate justice. We're working with youth leadership and stewardship and advocacy. We as an organization, we have to match all those priorities the community have. And it's been a wonderful, since I started as a volunteer like about 10 years ago, I would say, with my kids that were just in the neighborhood. I also live here in the neighborhood. And when we started, everything was different, and we have seen so many changes, but some things remain the same. As an organization, I have to say, we have also been working now responding to those needs that the community have. Those needs that really bring the attention to climate. Unfortunately, no many communities are being considered on climate justice, and we have a lot of threats coming up to us. So we need to be attending to those and making sure community is at the center of the every decision that government is doing. So we have been making sure, as an organization, bringing those voices on the table, and we have so many youth that with here, with Carmen looking at her, and the inspiration that she's being my person to go with the youth. We have touched so many youth lives through the program, and we have to make sure that we continue. Also, I want to mention that some of the things that for us is important, and because of the journey that we have gone, these different community priorities, as you can see in your image right now, we are speaking to it. Environmental injustices. The Duwamish Valley has been has been treated as a sacrifice zone. We need to end that cycle, and we need to respond to all these different oppressions that we've been exposed to. As you can see right now from one of our young artists, these are all the stressors that we have on the daily basis in the Duwamish Valley. So we need to be prepared to bring the attention to that and bring all the opportunities and programs to center and institutionalize the voices of those who mostly have been oppressed and mostly have not participated in the decisions. Sometimes we use science, we use participatory research, but we are there because we need to galvanize all the opportunities and respond to the different policies that community needs to be drawn. So 2001 was really an important year for everybody, right? Like 2020, I would say. We were hit by a pandemic. So our organization had to respond to that. And this is exactly what it speaks to an environmental justice organization. We see the intersections. We see what is important for us to be addressing. And as you can see right now, we were right there. We stopped our policy work to be supporting on rental assistance, on basic needs like food security, and be there for our youth, be there for mental health, be there for our businesses. And as you can see, we were able to support in some big numbers, and we thank so many of you who are watching us today because you provided the support that we needed. And then moving forward, as we're looking into all these impacts of the pandemic, we had to be addressing our climate justice issues, and bringing the voice of the community to be alongside, being one of the most important, those who are disproportionately impacted. So it is my pleasure today to be working and to be talking about so many years of the history that we have had, so many years of advocacy that we've got with our community. Sometimes we were able to be there and right on the table to design those policies, and that's what we wanted to. Not because our organization wants to be there, because our community deserves to be there, designing their own future. Our youth deserve a better climate, a better future for what is to come. So that's why we launched, and I invite you all to be part of our climate justice priorities. We have here our wonderful Adrian, who is an RMC, but she's also a wonderful, sharp, wise, wonderful woman who is driving our climate justice work. So moving forward, I also wanted to talk about how we are defining the work of the Duwamish Cleanup Coalition, which today you're about to hear a very big announcement. But before that, I wanted to mention that I'm very proud of the work that our community, how resilient they are. And know every single day I'm grateful for the kids that live in this neighborhood. They are strong, they are resilient. We still have the highest asthma rates in the city of Seattle. And this is why we needed to bring all these accountable measures to the government. We wanted to make sure that our community is having a seat at the table designing those futures. And we always have this developed strategies which will be making sure our asthma rates go down. We want to make sure that our government makes that turning the curve and that we keep them accountable for every single thing they're saying, that we go further from that LEAP equity service to make it into an actionable item. And so we want to make sure that we make that happen. And we are going to keep every single one of the people who have been with us in this 2 years journey designing these strategies with us accountable for it. And then last but not least, our youth. Our youth have been with us through the journey. We hear them every day. We're with them every Thursday, every Saturday. Yesterday, I was with them listening to the wonderful things they had to say themselves. They creating projects about clean air, about affordable housing. And this is what this organization is all about. Our youth need to be leading the way. And they need to be the ones that are designing this community because it's the direct impact that goes to them. As they have also expressed their concerns of what we are leaving into our super fund right now. What is happening that we are not being considered and we're still being a sacrifice zone for our super fund sites, going into a triple threat that is making us be worried about our fishing community, our refugees communities who are going to be the most impacted if those cancer-causing chemicals continue to be toxic to our families, to our fishers. So we are working towards that to make sure that our community that gets to be centered on that. And then also that EPA respects what they already committed to in 2014. We're not asking them to do something new. Just follow environmental justice and do what you are putting everything into your political agendas. And that's what we're asking them for. We need to have EPA do the right thing and the government follow on environmental justice, as well as cleaning up onto the standards of Washington state standards that that's all that we were offered and that we need. We already compromised a lot of things when 2014. We're ready to go strong, and we're going to need all of you to help us get there and get a clean river for all. Do I count on that with that, you all? Yes. So as we move forward, our organization continues to be strong and continues aligning all the different systems, institutionalizing the policies, the infrastructure, to keep on building on that narrative that is going to allow us to be strong. And with that, we have a new strategic planning that we've been working really hard these past 2 years. This is centering community voice. This is centering accountability. It's centering building infrastructure. When we think about what every benefit and everything that we have been talking just this past year, $10 million were just announced in the former mayor budget because of our work, not to our organization, but to our community, to have affordable housing and green infrastructure. As we are asking for these environmental benefits that we deserve, we need to make sure that people are not being left behind or being displaced. And this is why we are centering community into our things that we do, into our day-to-day work. So I'm ready to tell you something that has been in the works for the past year and a half, everything that reflects what I have just been talking about. We have decided to change our name. And that name will be reflecting now what we are saying. The name is changing, but most importantly, the soul of the organization remains strongly and centered in that community. So are you ready to hear our new name and to be with us? And how do we acknowledge that the Duwamish tribe has been the first people of Seattle, the first people of the inside? How do we as well bring the justice to our communities? How do we tackle anti-displacement, resilience, green industries, clean industries? That's where we're heading, and we needed to reflect that into our new name and our new logo. So, may I have some good opportunity to show now our new name? Who's ready? Okay, so let's move on, and here we are. Now we are the Duwamish River Community Coalition. Woo! So, ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing by our wonderful staff our new logo, our new name, which is reflecting, Robin, come on. It's reflecting all the work that we've been doing and that we do in the everyday. We're thankful for you to help us do the work that we need to do in order to make an effective community thrive in the place that we live and that we're healthy. Thank you, everyone. And no, this is not the end. Don't think we're ending. We're just revealing, and I want to hear all your thoughts about our new name and our new logo. And with this, I'm going to pass it on to Maggie and Adrian. Thank you. Woo!
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Did not see that one coming tonight.
Maggie, where'd you get that shirt from?
You know, a little birdie came by, but it looks like the same bird came by, right?
Wow. Well, new logo, new name. I feel like this is an occasion for a raffle.
Yes. Who's ready to receive some free swag and free little gifts that we have hidden right there?
I think the audience is ready. And don't worry, if your name's not drawn, there is still an opportunity to have goodies throughout our whole time here. And don't forget, you still have a 10% discount to Princess and the Pear all month long.
Yes. So how are we going to do this drawing, Adrian? Let's give out a little warning about the
sure.
drawing.
So on the screen will appear a wheel that has all of your names in it. And so the wheel, just a warning, is going to move really fast, okay? So visually, it just might look like out of this world, but don't worry. If your name's called, it's going to be totally worth it because we have some exceptional swag to give out.
Yes. And before we start that raffle, before you get too excited, we want to thank our sponsors who have donated these items. So we have Dynamic Waters, Patagonia, and Mir. So thank you so much for your gifts.
All right. Shall we spin that wheel? Audience, are you ready?
Let's spin that wheel.
All right.
Dun, dun,
here are
dun,
the
dun.
names. Round one. So our first raffle item is a outdoor-themed package featuring a Patagonia backpack. And some goodies inside, like a mirror glass and some other wonderful goodies. Our first winner is Roberto S. Congratulations.
I believe that's Salazar? Roberto Salazar. Wow. Roberto was our designer for our new logo. So how exciting that he's a winner.
We promised that wasn't planned. Awesome. We'll be in touch with you. All right. Our second package is also outdoor themed, features a duffel bag with more goodies inside, Let's see who our winner is. Let's spin that wheel.
Drum roll, please.
All right, who's it gonna be?
Looks like dun, 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 dun.
Maggie, you want to read that name?
I am waiting for it to pop up.
Marty! Congratulations!
Oh, congratulations, Marty! Wow.
Wow, who knew this raffle would be so much fun?
All the
energy.
people that really care for DRCC are here tonight. So big thank you to everyone that's here. We still have two more.
To go.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Hey, it's actually my favorite one. And do you know what that is?
I do not.
This
What is
raffle item is themed is DRCC Super Supporter Swag.
Woo!
Including a t-shirt, a mask, and some other goodies. Let's spin that wheel.
All right, let's drumble one more time for our third winner.
And that person is Brad B.
Brad B. Congratulations, Brad. We will be in contact with you.
Congratulations. All right, and our fourth and final item for this evening is a rain garden installation by Dynamic Waters. Thank you so much, Allie, for this one.
Wow, I hope I win that one.
Who
Let's
doesn't
see
love a
who's the
green
winner.
infrastructure project? I mean, let's get real. Let's spin that wheel. Oh my goodness, the anticipation. Who's it gonna be?
Dun, 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 dun.
Andrew S.
Andrew S.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Andrew.
Well, everyone, thank you so much. We're all winners here. And remember, tonight's about you, because without community, we couldn't do this work, and you all mean so much to us.
Thank you all for participating. Thank you all for being here. But that's not all. We have a special treat for everyone that's here tonight. There is a lot more going on here today. It is a night of celebration. So with us tonight, we have a really awesome video created by Concord International Elementary School students. So let's see that video.
Here's our poem, Fight for the River by me, Ileana, and Ariana. 3, 2, 1. We will fight for the river. Restore, transform, for the community underneath. They are all passing away, more than hundreds in a day, in a horrible way. We should fight hand in hand every day for the culture's land that got taken away. Duwamish, Suquamish, and all around. Cultures in the west, cultures in the south, cultures all about.
Hello, my name is Grace Parker and I wrote a poem called The River Spirit. It's about the Duwamish River and how it was polluted and how the wildlife and animals were endangered. But also it's how people were joining together to fight for the river. Alright, here it is. The river's spirit, proud and tall, you may fight against, but it will never fall. The water is poisoned by pollution and fear. Your culture is damaged, but we are all here. We will join together hand in hand, protecting and restoring the river and land. Our spirit is alive, ready to fight. And once it is time, we will all unite. Thank you.
Wow, the Concord students, they're amazing, weren't they? Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Benetua. I joined DRCC's board. Oh, I need to unmute myself? No, can you hear me? I hope you can. I don't know. I joined DRCC's board just this last year, but have enjoyed working with the staff at DRC on community-led projects for over 10 years. I've always been so impressed with how accessible they've made a complex issue of Superfund cleanup, of how they inspire youth leadership, and have always enjoyed the way they welcome and build community. And tonight, I've so enjoyed this lively program and all the appreciations. So right now, I'd like to introduce my fellow board member, 𝐓𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐤 𝐘𝐨𝐮, who has lived in South Park most of her life.
Hi all, and thank you so much, Michelle, for that introduction. I'm so happy to be here with you all celebrating DRCC's 20th anniversary. Congratulations, DRCC. Having lived here most of my life, I remember having feelings of disempowerment and helplessness whenever I came across information about pollution of my neighborhood. As a South Park resident and woman of color, dreaming about my liberation is heavily tied to living in a healthy and clean environment for myself and future generations as I hope to raise my children one day in this very same community. I'm excited to hold space and amplify my personal experiences with advocates that share the same concerns about the safety of our environment. We'll have many opportunities to connect and engage in the near future. While we continue to show up and mobilize through our loud advocacy for a clean, healthy, equitable environment for people and wildlife, I also invite you to join me in making a contribution to DRCC tonight. You can find the link to donate in the chat or visit drcc.org/donate. With your support, we hope to raise $25,000 by the end of the year so that we can continue to power through a long but achievable fight for climate change. Thank you to everyone who has made a contribution so far, and thank you all for joining us for this amazing celebration and program. Now, let's hear from more community partners celebrating with us tonight.
Hello everyone at DRCC, happy 20th anniversary. Thank you so much for all the work that you do on behalf of the community and on behalf of the river. Your leadership and perseverance through all of the challenges is a beacon to me to keep going, and I am so grateful to be working alongside you all. So happy 20th anniversary, and thank you so much for all of the work that you do.
Hello DRCC family, ¿cómo están? I wanted to take a minute to say a few things. First, congratulations. Super mega felicidades on your 20th anniversary. It's amazing to see what you have been able to accomplish in this time. Second, thank you for being so awesome. Your work has changed the lives of many, including mine, big time. I feel really, really, really lucky to be part of the DRCC family.
Happy 20th anniversary, DRCC. The Duwamish Valley Affordable Housing Coalition loves that the DRCC includes affordable housing as part of their mission. Sí se puede.
Oh my goodness, we've made it to the final moments of our anniversary night, Maggie.
What a night it has been. Enjoyed every second. So many surprises, so many gifts to give tonight. So it's a great way to celebrate 20 years.
And again, remember everyone who's watching, tonight is truly about all of you. And I really hope that you join us in our vision and remember that justice is on the horizon. I am blown away by the tremendous efforts of each and every one of us. I feel so full. My heart is just so full, and I'm trying not to get emotional. But every day we are consistently reminded and amazed that together we will have a more just future. And this is for our youth, this is for our river, this is for our wildlife. And together we will win.
Yes, we will. Small steps that it has been taking, but thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Now it is time to celebrate. So, celebration time. So, we hope you all join us at home because we're going to hit some music, get out some wiggles, and dance in celebration of DRCC's 20th anniversary celebration. Thank you all so much for sticking with us tonight. We appreciate you all so much, and we look forward to our continued work together. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que nos están viendo, que hablan español. Los queremos mucho from your DRCC family.
Don't forget to visit our website, drcc.org. We have a new branding, new name, new logo, and we would love to hear from you as well. So come and be with us.
Óyelo. Rompa el cuero. Cuando me siento afligido por de que llegó, saco a bailar a mi nena. Voy entrando en movimiento.
Sound, everything to Miguel, to Patty, to Diego, Coy. Thank you for being here with us. Amazing. We did it. You all that take a lot of work.
I'm speechless.
How about you? Yes, you can.
Thank you, everyone, so much. This is
There you go.
Go Hawks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thanks, everyone. Hope to be working with you more. Yeah.
Así me gusta que suene, bien rico mi tumbador, sí señor. Bajándola con la réplica, la rumba ya se formó. Ataca el cuero, castígala que se está portando mal. Dale Rivera y la sabrosona. En el barrio se escucha, señores. Tum tum cancarán, tum 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 cancarán. Mira cómo bailo, mira cómo gozo mi rumba. Clásicos del guaguancó. ¿Cómo? Salsa dura. Así me gusta que suenen. Oye, bien rico mi tumbador. Siento un bombón, mamita, me están llamando a gozar. ¿Cómo? ¡Qué riverazo! Al levantarme comienzo el día y me pongo a componer. Frases llegan a mi mente con ritmos y melodías. Con un café en el mesón, en verso ya voy pensando. Mis hermanos afinando, tocando la percusión. ¡Epa, hey! Voy enlazando los versos cargados de gran sabor. tu muralla, tu odio,